This is Mike with Door and Lock Tips. Did I tell you that? Hey everybody, where are you guys at? This is Mike with Door and Lock Tips. Hey, there you are. Stay tuned, guys. I'm going to be talking all about the Gookyo door closer, how to install it on a door opening, and put it on for you and explain all the ins and outs of the Gookyo door closer that you guys need to know. You've asked for it, so I'm going to give it to you. Gookyo door closer. Yeah, you can get it from Amazon. The Gookyo door closer. Oh, is it great, huh? Oh, I love it. Look how cool that works. Look at that. The Gookyo door closer. This has been one of my most popular videos. I don't get paid by Gookyo or Amazon to show this door closer. I put this closer on another door opening a year ago for 17 bucks. Virtually indestructible. I've had nobody say, hey, they break, or any of that kind of information. I'm going to install it again, but I'm going to take this thing apart and I'm going to show you the insides. That's what you guys want to, don't you? You want to know what's inside this bad boy. Let's get into the video. This one's all dark black though. I had a white one. So you can get white or black. You can get it from Amazon for 17 bucks right now. I do not make any money on this. I wish I did from them guys. Maybe you guys can call them up and tell them. I don't know. Well, so let's get into the video. I'm going to show you all about this door closer, and we're going to open it up right now. So stay tuned, and oh, stay till the end, by the way, and I'll show you just how to adjust it so it doesn't slam, and it's a great door closer, guys. Let's get into the video. Buy now. Literally, buy now. Oh. This is Mike with Door and Lock Tips. Did I tell you that? Smash that like button. Tell your friends. Let's get into the video. Here's where you get it from Amazon, and you can kind of see how it mounts on a door, and they look beautiful. Great door closer. Gookyo door closer. And I believe they are selling that many every month for a good reason. They're a great price. I want to push the heart on this one. 17 bucks. And you can get it white or black. Here's a door closer in the box. Nicely packaged. Comes in a bubble wrap, separate shipping bag. Look what's inside. Oh, we've got it right in here. There it is. The Gookyo door closer. This is a great product, guys. And it comes with all the parts and pieces in here. Even comes with a installation manual, which is pretty helpful. We'll get into that. The screw fasteners that I must say you don't want to use but a few of those. They're weak. All nicely painted bars. This thing is really cool, and you're only going to need a few tools. I'll show you what you need to do to install this bad boy. Here it is put together. There's not much to putting this together. It goes on the door, this little slide, and the closer, which is fairly small. I mean, it's only 4.5 inches. So this part is 4 inches. And we're going to take this screw out and open it up and look on the insides of it. Great door closer. Don't you think? Great door closer. Stay tuned, guys. I'm going to be talking all about the Gookyo door closer, how to install it on a door opening, and put it on for you and explain all the ins and outs of the Gookyo door closer that you guys need to know. You've asked for it, so I'm going to give it to you. Gookyo door closer. Yeah, you can get it from Amazon. Don't forget to hit the like button. It's door and lock tips right there. Door and lock tips. Yeah. Come on, join the channel. Learn all about door closers, locks, and all kinds of goodies you need to know. Here we have it, guys. It's no bigger than the size of my hand. Look at this. It's called Gookyo door closer. You're going to need that information. I will put everything down in the description. That's what the box comes like. Made in China, we know that. This is a great product. I bought it in black. Look at this thing. All cast. Probably aluminum. I think it's aluminum. Some kind of metal. Cast metal, we'll call it. Nicely finished, in fact beautifully finished powder coat. Let's check the sizes on it. From the fastening holes to the fastening holes, it's 4 1/4, which is great. So the overall length of the whole unit is 4 1/2. See that? 4 1/2, just under. And the width, one inch, just under 1 inch. Nice unit. Now let's see the hole sizes here. They are spread, looks like about 5/8 from inside to inside, 5/8 apart. Here's the other parts that come with it. A plastic glide mounts on the door. Then you have the bar that goes right in here. Isn't that beautiful? I will put everything down in the description. You can get it right on Amazon for, like I say, $17. Isn't that great? This bar sticks out about 5 inches. So it screws in, and there's all kinds of fastening locations on this to make more tension. And this is how you tension it up. You put the arrow facing the door. So this mounts on the jamb. The arrow faces the door, and you're on the hinge side. This screws in here, and you put the tension adjustment rod, you put it over here and you push on this until you get the right tension. I'll show you on the door. This adjusts the tension. I'll show you just how that works. Here's the instructions. Straightforward. They don't tell you much, but you don't need to know a lot. So there's the instructions. I'll put that on my community post. This door closer is very important to me. 32,000 views on this door closer alone. I get no money from these guys, but I sure have enjoyed the success of this being one of the anchor videos to my YouTube program. So now let's take it apart. Okay, you have this unit, right? Now you have all the fasteners down here. Now these fasteners did not come with the unit. The black ones did, but I highly suggest you replace these weaker these are number 6, and you go with a number 8 pan head. I'll put the link to Amazon for these screws. They're relatively inexpensive. They're self-drilling, but you need to pre-drill your hole. and countersink the spot even on wood, because otherwise this will just kind of wander. But if you just put this in and pre-drill the hole, it'll snap off. My other video that I'm going to link to, this one that I did a year ago, I snapped these screws right off, so they're very weak. All right, let's open this thing up. Now you're going to gently open it up. Only one screw holds everything together, so as I'm doing this, it's wanting to open. The whole cover is coming down. So this cover right here and right here holds springs, and it's coming down off the unit now. I wouldn't be in fear of taking it apart if you want to open it up and oil it or something. It doesn't really appear to need any oil, but might not be a bad idea. There's the inside. There's the inside of it. And this goes in a hole that's down inside. Down inside of here. There's a little hole right there. So the end of that spring mounts in there. Yeah, this is all cast aluminum. That's nice. Now here's the spring. At least one of them. So it has two springs. This one is not galvanized. This is just normal metal spring material. And look at, I have one that's flash galvanized. And it's on the other side. So there's a rod that goes through it. This, oh, they did put a little lubricant on the inside of this shaft so that it kind of, yeah, kind of goes. Let's see, is there, well, we want to make sure we don't get this mixed up, guys. There's a little hole right here. And that mounts right on it, just like that. All cast aluminum. Same thing, there's a hole on the inside of this. You see it down in there, and this part right here marries down inside of there. I'll stick an arrow in there to show you where it's at. Okay, so let's put it back together without totally messing it up. Yep, just like that. Maybe I did mess it up. Did I get that thing down in there? No, I did not. All right, now I got it straight in there, in that hole in there. Now, you could put some lube on there to do that. I'm going to take my fabulous lubricant right here that I use for my locks. I have a video on how to whip this stuff up. Tri-Flow, and the company is called Lab, and it's a Teflon coating material, Teflon material plus Tri-Flow. I highly suggest you mix that stuff up and put it right there. Why not? Is it going to hurt? Not at all, because there's the only rubbing point, less the point that's mounted on your door. That's the only real tension point or rubbing point. So there we go. That's kind of cool, huh? The insides. You always wanted to know what was inside. Well, there it is. Now, if you wanted to, you could spray lube on this. I don't really see why. The spring is just inside the housing. It's not touching anything. Top and bottom housing. It's not, this part is not rubbing on here. Yeah, no, you don't really need any of that. But that one spot I did, I think that's a good idea. Now, they don't tell you to do this, okay? You can just put this on straight from the factory without any lubricant. And I have had nobody complain. Get this thing in here. I think I got it. I just want to make doubly sure I got that in there. Yeah. I want to feel a drop in. There, I felt a drop in. I hold it together. It's springy, even outward springy tension. And then you take this Phillips. It has no Loctite on it. It won't work itself out. I mean, if you spin these around in circles, not mounted at the door, that would work itself out. But it does not work itself out. So you're going to tighten this up. Not too tight, though. I wouldn't trust any of their real fasteners on these things because it just seems like they didn't put much energy into that thought. All right, we got it back together, and this is the part that turns and has all the spring tension. Spring up here and spring down there. How you mount this is the arrow has to be facing the door, away from the hinges. So it's possible that the screw could be on the top because the arrow's facing the door this way and the door swings out this way. But if the door swings this way, then the screw is going to be on the bottom. I love the finish on this thing. So let's go ahead and mount it to the door, something we've all been waiting for. I know I have. Here's the tools you need for the project. You'll need a punch. You'll need an 1/8 inch drill. You'll need some number 8 pan heads, 4 of them. Then you're going to use 2 of their screws that are just flat with a tapered angle on them. You'll use their 2 screws to mount this to your door. And then these plugs, see these little plugs? They go in the holes that are exposed. After you've mounted everything, there'll be a few of these holes that don't have any screws in them or anything, and you push that in. But I wouldn't put them in until later, guys. Maybe the next day after you've decided that everything's adjusted properly, because they're hard to get out. You have to dig them out. And so you don't want to put these in prematurely, these little plastic plugs. You'll need a scissors. You definitely will need a hammer. You will need this type of hammer, a little teeny one. And tape measure, gotta have a tape measure. And some of that lube. Mix up some great lube. Triflow and Lab makes this Lab Teflon. Mix that 2 together and you will have, it even feels better. It actually does. Oh, I forgot something. I think it's a good idea to get yourself some 2-way tape. I'll put a link down there. I had to trim it a little narrower because this is just slightly under 1 inch. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this stuff, because it takes the place of you trying to hang on to things. So you make your 2-way tape. It has an outer non-stick surface here that you peel off. But I took a scissors and I trimmed it down, and I'm going to put 2 pieces of 2-way tape on the bottom of the door closer. So let's go ahead and do that. And the reason being is it just will make for easy install. So I'm going to square that up. And this 2-way tape has a mesh in it, but it's pretty paper thin. So let's see what we really need. You're going to need about 1 5/8 inches. About right there. You stick it right to the back of the door closer. And you can peel it off. It's got pretty good tensile strength though. And then I'll just leave this sticking up there. Just, well, I don't know. I don't even have to do that. I'm not worried about it. That on there like that. Now stick another 1 5/8 over here. I love two-way tape. A lot of construction jobs you need two-way tape, and I think this is a good one for it. Stick it nice and tight. There we go. Got it off. So there's our door closer. And here's the screws. They're 1 3/4 inch, number 8s. And they're a pan head. And I'll put that link down in the description. You can get these at any of your box stores. Gookyo to the rescue. What a great door closer. Gookyo. Almost forgot, you're going to need a drill. Some kind of battery operated drill. This one, I just put my tip into the chuck. So if all you have is a drill, not a hammer drill or any of that kind of thing, then you can put the drill in the chuck, 1/8 inch. Highly suggest you pre-drill your holes, guys. Makes life a lot easier. Here we have the door jamb and the doors all set up. Now I've already pre-drilled these, but I'm going to show you how to do it. Just so you know, because I had to cheat. I had to make sure it was going to work. So first of all, you take your door closer out of its box and you apply two-way tape to it. Highly suggest you do that. Then you take that arrow right there and you make sure it's pointing towards the door latch. Okay, this latch side of the door, this is the hinge side. Make sure it's pointing away from the hinge side, away from this side. That arrow is pointing that way. And then you're going to position the door closer on the door jamb about dead center in the middle of the jamb. Okay, if you can do that. Mount it. You might have to cut your trim out. This had no trim on it. You might have to cut it out, but if you have flat trim on there, you just screw it right against the face. So I tried to position about halfway so that it looked nice. I didn't want it too far in or too far out. And then I kept it down from my top of the trim. You can go down further. I just had a hinge problem because this is a display. My hinge was in the road, so I had to keep it up tall. And also I have an electronic lock here I had to worry about. Now you notice how easy this is going to be now that I have this nice two-way tape. So that's how I do it. I two-way tape it on. And then you're going to take your pencil and you're going to mark your holes. You just take your pencil and mark your holes nice and straight with your pencil. Don't hold it on an angle. Hold your pencil straight and mark your holes so that you can drill. And you don't want to be crooked. I mean, just the slightest being out is not going to be good. So after you've marked your holes, you take your door closer back off. Isn't this cool little teeny door closer, guys? You take it back off, and then you're going to take your drill And you're going to put your drill, which is an 1/8 of an inch drill, in the chuck. You don't have to stick out too far. There's a flat part on your drill you want to at least tighten to. Tighten that up. And then you're going to take your hammer and a punch, and you're going to punch your pencil marks. You know, I'm just trying to show you, right? So that's how you get your center for the drill so it doesn't wander. Because if you just try to drill over pencil marks, it's going to go all over. And then you drill your holes nice and clean, get a vacuum out as you're drilling, suck up the dust as it's flying. Then you take your beautiful door closer again, make sure you didn't get it upside down. When you're putting it back on, then you have to take it all off again. And make sure the arrow is facing away from the hinges. Stick it back over your holes that you pre-drilled now. Take your pan head screws that you bought from Amazon. Here they are. You can have 4 of them. Now they're not the same color. You can paint them. If you take them out and stick them in some styrofoam, you can spray paint them black. But I don't mind this color because I have a lot of stainless all over the place. So there they are. They're already got a tip for drilling, but you need to pre-drill. These are for steel, but they work great in wood as well. You can get them started. They're a number 8 3/4. You're going to take the drill back out. Put your Phillips little driver tip in there. And very gently, you don't want to jump off and punch a hole in your wood anywhere. And don't seat them down all the way at first. Just get them kind of close. I want to show you this, but it's kind of hard to do. Maybe if I take it off. Wow. All right, here's kind of a close-up. I'll freehand this thing. There we go. And you just get them tight, okay? Don't go crazy. They don't need to be crazily tightened. Want to tighten all 4 of them nicely. All right. Now, let me show you what you do next. You take your tension bar and you stick it right here in one of these holes, is kind of by the face, by the top edge of the door closer. And you want to see how this works? Isn't that cool? And you take your rod that's going to go against the door and in the door closer, and you stick it in here, just like so. And turn it in. You do not have to Loctite this in. It's spring-loaded, see? So you take your nice piece of plastic that has a slot in it, and you put it underneath it. Just about like that. Isn't that cool? Gookyo to the rescue. That. Now I wanted mine to be equal on top of my lock. But you don't have to be over here. You can be kind of an inch into it. I notice it doesn't matter. About 1 inch from this tip here to about where it comes into play with that plastic glide. Well, after you've got it figured, go ahead and put a mark maybe in one of your holes. Okay, one of your holes. Put a mark. Then take this thing off. Which is this little rod. Hold this back in place. Put it over the mark you had over here. Put a mark here. Take your punch and punch both marks. Very important. That way when you drill, it won't get off center, guys. And then take your drill tip out, put in your drill, and pre-drill your holes. You don't have to go really super deep because, I mean, you're going to drill in there probably 1/4 inch, because your screw fasteners are the black ones you're going to use that came with the door closer. Angled, and they're short. So you want to take your drill back out. Now you always want to have a vacuum running when you're drilling. And let's see if these are magnetic. Yeah. You can put one on like that. It won't shake off. And I always put one in my hole like this. It kind of keeps me guided. And then I just hold this up right where I'm going to drill. That'll be your tip of the day. Put your screw in the plastic hole first and then guide it up with your hands. And there we have it. Now, you still have this tension bar in here. This is really how you do it, guys. They don't give you a template, but they do give you a beautiful door closer for $17. That's so cheap. And then you take this out. Let's see if it works. Not enough. Now, if you get any kind of binding on this center piece, you can loosen up your 4 screw fasteners just slightly. Just take a hand screw and loosen them up slightly, and that'll relieve any kind of binding. Let's say you got these little crooked from the bottom ones. It'll relieve any binding you might get on that center hub. Let's just see how much. That actually is perfect. If you can get it halfway, the door halfway open, and it closes and latches, that's beauty. You don't need to crank this thing up. I cranked up the original white one up so high, and it's a wonder I didn't break the springs, because I thought, you know, if I open the door about right here, it should latch, right? It doesn't. It needs some swing. It's beautiful though. Isn't that great? I'm really liking this door closer. If you're doing this, it shouldn't take you more than maybe 25 minutes. You got to have a ladder. Maybe 25 minutes to put it up. Take your time. Don't rush it. It's a one-time deal. And once it's up, it'll be there a long time. Isn't that cool? Really a nice door closer. Gookyo! Gookyo to the rescue. I love this door closer. Okay, I'm glad you stayed till the end. Now I'm going to show you how to adjust this. So let's see how to adjust it. You notice it's just not closing just how you might want it to. So if you've left these plugs out and waited till the next day, you might say, I want to put a little more tension on that. That's just not enough. There's no spring noise coming out of this, by the way, guys. So we're going to close it all the way up. You're going to put your bar in here by screwing it in. This is your adjustment bar. This comes with the door closer. You just pull it just a little more. The springs are seating themselves in there a little bit. That's why you heard that noise. Don't be worried about that. You really don't need this extra tension. I'm just showing you how to do it. I liked the tension that was on it. Now you want to set this screw all the way in. There, now I have more tension. You really don't want any more tension than that. These two springs really aren't made to be cranked so hard. It says that in the directions. Now let's see. They're gonna, whoa, see, that's crazy. You don't want that much tension. But if you want to get crazy, you can. One more twist made it do that. So let's get rid of that extra tension. And I would not do that. I'd put it on the first adjustment, the very first hole first. Wait, I think I need to go right back here. I need to get out of its way. This is where I'm going to put this bar next. So I'm going to be back here. Now I pull this back. And I stick this right here. All the way in. You don't have to crank it with a wrench, but you need to put it all the way in. You don't want that wobbling. See, that comes with it. You want to keep this in your little junk drawer. But watch. It closes perfect. You don't want it crazy slamming. And if you do need to put some cushion on your stop, Pemco makes the S88. It is so cool. I'll put that down in the description. Everybody's asked about that. What do you use? And use the Pemco S88. You can get that from Amazon as well. Sticks right on the jamb, and it'll cushion the slam if you're getting a slam. So after a few days or a week, you can put in the little plugs, the plastic plugs. They just push right in these holes. But like I say, once you pushed them in, can't really get them out without digging them out. Man, these aren't as bad as the white ones. The white ones I had, man, well, maybe they are. We have it. We have them all in. Now you're going to want to turn here like this. There's going to be one more hole right there. Just stick that in like that. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that nice? Please tell your friends about the Gookyo door closer from Amazon. A great buy for 17 bucks. I have no affiliation with them, but this is my tip for the day. Door and Lock Tips is highly suggesting the Gookyo door closer. Yeah. Great door closer. So there you have it, guys. The Gookyo door closer. Oh, is it great, huh? Oh, I love it. Look how cool that works. Look at that. Is that cool? Gookyo door closer. Get it from Amazon. I'm giving it number 10 out of 10. Ease of installation. A great door closer. Please subscribe to my channel. Tell your friends, and I'll have more great door and lock tips like this stuff coming your way in the future. Thank you, guys. Isn't that cool? Gookyo to the rescue. Gookyo to the rescue.